Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot. In this video I am going to tell you about the Kennedy half dollar, United States of America, which are very valuable and rare. If you have them, you can take advantage of them. Top 1. If you're holding on to an old coin collection, or if there's a dusty little box tucked away in your closet that says, US Proof Set, you need to stop whatever you're doing and listen carefully. Because sitting quietly inside that forgotten set might be a coin that's not worth 50 cents, not $5, not even 100. We're talking about a coin that collectors are hunting for. One that could be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. One that has sold at auction for more money than most people make in a year. And all of that value? Hidden in a simple-looking 1977 American half dollar. Now, don't let the year fool you. Most people see a 1977 coin and assume it's just modern pocket change. But there's a massive difference between a coin made for everyday use and one that came from a proof set. See, back in 1977, the U.S. Mint in San Francisco struck a limited number of coins with intense precision, using polished dies and special blanks, just for collectors. These proof coins weren't meant to be spent. They were designed to be perfect. And some of them came out more than perfect. Some came out rare. And when you put rarity and perfection together in the coin world, it means only one thing: serious money. Let's talk about the 1977 half dollar. It features President John F. Kennedy, a design we all know. But the version from the proof set? It looks like it came out of a dream. Deep mirrors. Frosted details. Every line on Kennedy's face sharp and flawless. These coins weren't just struck once, they were double struck to bring out every detail. And while millions of regular half dollars were produced that year, only a small fraction were minted as proofs. Even fewer have survived in pristine, untouched condition. And it's those very few coins that are setting the auction world on fire. Imagine you're holding a coin that came from a sealed 1977 proof set. Maybe it was a gift. Maybe you inherited it. Maybe you don't even remember where it came from. But when you take it out and look at it under the light, it shimmers. The field is like a mirror. The portrait is so sharp, it almost looks three-dimensional. That's when you know you might be holding a gem. A coin that collectors will fight over. A coin that could change your life. Here's what's happening right now in the market. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC are giving the highest possible ratings, PR 69, PR 70, to a tiny number of these coins. And when that happens, collectors go wild. A 1977 proof half dollar in near-perfect condition has sold for over $2,700. That's already an incredible leap from 50 cents. But wait, it gets crazier. Another example, flawless in every way, with deep cameo contrast and no visible marks, was sold to a private collector for more than $8,700. Yes, over $8,000 for a single coin. But it doesn't stop there. One coin, graded at the absolute highest level, in a condition so rare that only a handful exist, was recently sold at a major auction. It shocked everyone. The final bid? An astonishing $87,000. For one half dollar. Let that sink in. A coin that originally cost just 50 cents. Now worth $87,000. And guess what? That coin didn't come from a bank. It didn't come from circulation. It came from a proof set. Just like the ones people have lying around, collecting dust. This is real. This is happening. And someone out there just like you cashed in on it.so. What should you do right now? Go find that 1977 proof set. Pull it out. Check the half dollar. Look for the San Francisco S mint mark. Tilt it in the light. Does it have a deep mirror finish? Do the details look crisp and frosted? Is it free of scratches, spots, or haze? If so, you might be looking at a coin worth sending in to be graded. And if that grade comes back high, especially PR 69 or PR 70, you could be holding something very, very valuable. And here's the kicker: these coins are only going up in value. As more people search for them and fewer perfect examples remain, the demand keeps climbing. That means now is the time to check. Now is the time to act. Because that one 1977 Kennedy half dollar from a proof set could be worth anywhere from $2,700, all the way up to $87,000. One coin. One chance. One shot at a massive payday. Don't miss it. Top 2. If you've ever looked at an old coin and wondered, could this actually be worth something? then you're in the right place. Because today, we are cracking open one of the most overlooked coins in American history, the 1974 Kennedy half dollar. But not just any half dollar. We're talking about a special kind. One that wasn't made for circulation. One that came out of a US mint-proof set. A coin with a stunning, mirror-like finish that collectors drool over. And guess what? If you've got the right one, with the right features, the right condition, and the right certification, you could be looking at a value that starts in the thousands and stretches into the tens of thousands. This isn't a drill. This isn't a rumor. This is very real. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, I'm going to tell you the exact dollar range that this coin has sold for, and it might just blow your mind. Let's rewind the clock a bit. The year is 1974. America is in transition. Nixon is president, but not for long. Gas is cheap, disco is hot, and the US Mint is still producing half dollars that honor the late President John F. Kennedy. Now here's what most people don't know. The Kennedy half dollar wasn't just made for everyday pocket change. Oh no. Every year, the US Mint also made special proof versions, ultra shiny, carefully struck, collector-grade coins with incredible detail and contrast. These were never meant for circulation. These were made for collectors and sold in proof sets. And guess where some of the biggest treasure finds are coming from today? Yep, those very sets. If you've ever inherited coins from your parents or grandparents, if you ever went to a garage sale and picked up a dusty box of coins, or if you've got an old drawer filled with US Mint packaging, you need to check it now. Because one of the biggest surprises in numismatics is the 1974 Kennedy half dollar proof coin. Let's talk about what makes it so special. The 1974 proof Kennedy half dollar was minted in San Francisco, which is why it has a small S mint mark on the front, just beneath Kennedy's bust. These coins weren't just struck like normal coins. They were struck multiple times with polished dies on specially prepared planchets. That's the blank piece of metal that turns into a coin. That process creates sharp, deep details and a mirror-like background, known as a proof finish. Now, here's where things get exciting. Some of these coins were made with such perfection, such intense contrast between the frosted design and the mirrored fields, that they were classified as cameo, or even deep cameo. And that is where the money lives. Now let's add in one more crucial factor: condition. If the 1974 proof half dollar is graded PR 68, that's nice. If it's PR 69, that's better. But if you've got a PR 70, that's perfection. And perfection in coin collecting? That's rare. Very rare. Certified PR 70 deep cameo 1974 half dollars are like unicorns. They exist, but they're incredibly hard to find. And collectors pay big to own one. Now let's get to the moment you've been waiting for. How much can this coin actually be worth? Are you sitting down? Because depending on the grade, the cameo quality, and recent auction results, the 1974 proof Kennedy half dollar has sold for prices ranging from $2,700 all the way up to an astonishing $69,000. Yes, you heard that right. From $2,700 to $69,000, and that's not based on speculation. These are real auction records. Real money. Real collectors who were willing to pay massive premiums for a perfect example of this coin. So here's what you need to do next. Step 1. Check your coin collection. Look for any 1974 proof sets. They usually come in a black plastic case with a clear front. Pop that case open and find the half dollar. Is it shiny? Does it have the S mint mark? Does it have that deep contrast, frosted Kennedy and a mirror background? Step 2. Inspect it carefully. No scratches. No fingerprints. No hazing. The cleaner and sharper it looks, the better your chances. Step 3. Get it graded. Use a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Their grading will determine whether your coin falls into that ultra-rare, high-value category. Step 4. Protect it. If your coin comes back graded PR 70 deep cameo, you now own one of the rarest modern proof coins from the US Mint. Congratulations, you're holding a 5-figure piece of American history. And just to give you some perspective, this isn't the only half dollar with major value. There are Kennedy half dollars in other years, with different eras or conditions, that also go for thousands. But the 1974 proof? It's got the attention of serious collectors across the country right now. And it's only getting more desirable with time. So if you're sitting on one of these coins and you don't even know it, now is the time to find out. Because that little coin might be worth more than your next 3 paychecks combined. And remember, not all treasure is buried. Sometimes it's hiding in a coin set, tucked away in a box from decades ago. If you found this video helpful or exciting, go ahead and smash that like button. It tells YouTube this is the kind of content people want to see. And hit subscribe, because next time we're diving into another coin that might just turn your spare change into a 6-figure windfall. Thanks for watching, good luck hunting, and who knows, maybe the next big discovery is already sitting in your hands. Top 3. What if I told you that sitting in your house right now, in a dusty drawer, an old jewelry box, or a forgotten folder, could be a coin so valuable, so rare, so outrageously under the radar, that it could change your financial life in an instant? And no, I'm not talking about gold. I'm not talking about silver bars or ancient treasure. I'm talking about a United States half-dollar, from 1985. That's right. A regular-looking coin that millions of people have overlooked for decades. A coin that came out of a US mint-proof set, and one that, under the right conditions, is now selling for thousands and thousands of dollars. Stick with me, because I'm about to tell you how this unassuming 1985 Kennedy half-dollar is turning into one of the most talked-about coins in the collector world, and how you might already have one without even realizing it. Let's break it down. In 1985, the United States Mint produced proof coins in San Francisco, the kind of coins they don't put into circulation. These coins were never intended to jingle in your pocket or fall between the couch cushions. They were struck using special polished dies on high-quality planchets. They were made for collectors, sealed in proof sets, never meant to be spent. These are the VIPs of U.S. coinage, and the 1985 Kennedy half-dollar from that San Francisco proof set? It's become a secret superstar. Why? Because when this coin is found in absolutely perfect condition, I'm talking flawless, untouched, mirror-like surfaces with deep frosted details, it qualifies for the highest possible grade in numismatics, PR70 Deep Cameo. Now, let's talk about what that really means. Imagine a coin so pristine that under a magnifying glass, under a jeweler's loupe, even under high-intensity lighting, there is not a single imperfection. The fields shine like liquid glass. The portrait of Kennedy looks sculpted out of frost. That kind of perfection is almost impossible to find, but once in a while, someone finds one. It might be sitting inside an old 1985 proof set you inherited. It could be part of a bulk collection you picked up at a flea market. It might have been sitting untouched for decades in its original case, and if you send that coin in for professional grading, and it comes back with that golden label, PR70 Deep Cameo, buckle up. Because you're not holding a 50-cent piece anymore. You're holding a fortune. We're not talking about small profits here. We're talking about auction records. Real money. Real buyers. Real results. Some of these 1985 Kennedy half-dollars from proof sets, in perfect PR70 Deep Cameo condition, have been sold for insane amounts. And I mean life-changing money. So now the question is, how much? How much can this one coin, sitting in a proof set, really be worth? Are you ready for it? Because the highest values recorded for this exact coin have landed between $2,700 and an astonishing $79,000. Let me say that again. From $2,700 all the way up to $79,000 for a coin that was never supposed to be rare, never supposed to be valuable. Just sitting quietly in a proof set since the mid-80s. Think about it. A coin that costs less than $1 to make could now be worth more than a brand new luxury car. And you might already have one. So here's your mission. Go check your 1985 US Mint proof set. Look for the Kennedy half-dollar. Flip it over. Look for the S Mint mark, which tells you it was struck in San Francisco. Check the surfaces. Are they mirror-like? Is Kennedy's face deeply frosted while the background glows like glass? If so, you're on to something big. And if the condition looks flawless, do not try to clean it. Don't touch the surface. Keep it sealed. And send it off to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll give it an official grade, and that one grade could mean the difference between 50 cents and tens of thousands of dollars. Here's the best part. These coins are still hiding in collections across America. Sitting in old boxes, unsearched proof sets, estate sales, flea markets, antique stores. Most people don't know what they have, and that's where your opportunity lives. So don't wait. Your lucky coin could be one inspection away from turning into a down payment on a home, a new car, or that once-in-a-lifetime vacation you've been dreaming about. Because in the world of rare coins, the real money isn't always in ancient treasure chests or gold doubloons. Sometimes, it's in a coin with JFK's face, hiding in a forgotten set from 1985. If this blew your mind even a little, smash that like button, drop a comment below if you've got a 1985 proof set, and make sure to subscribe, because next time, we're covering a Kennedy $50 that's even rarer, and worth more than $80,000. Stay sharp, happy hunting, and remember, not all treasure is buried. Some of it is sitting right in your own hands. Top 4. What if I told you that buried in an old drawer, tucked inside a plastic US Mint case, or sitting in your parents' attic right now, could be a coin so valuable that it could rewrite your financial week, maybe even your year? Sounds wild, right? But listen closely, because today we're talking about a coin that almost no one is paying attention to, yet the right one has the power to make you thousands. And I mean serious thousands. The kind of money that turns heads and changes lives. I'm talking about the 1994 Kennedy $50 from a United States proof set. Not the regular pocket change version. Not the ones tossed in jars or handed out in casinos. This is the elite version. The collector's version. The ultra-shiny, mirror-finished, deep contrast proof coin that, under the right circumstances, has sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. This coin, made in 1994, with a face value of just 50 cents, has been sold at auction for prices most people wouldn't believe. And if you stick around, I'm going to tell you exactly how much that number can reach, and how to find out if your coin is one of the jackpot ones. Let's get into it. Back in 1994, the US Mint in San Francisco struck limited edition proof coins for collectors, coins that never entered circulation. They were sealed in hard plastic, protected from wear, and designed to be beautiful. We're talking frosted designs, crystal clear mirrored fields, and needle-sharp details. These were not your everyday coins. And the Kennedy $50? It was the star of the set. Each one was struck with extreme care, often more than once, using special dyes and polished blanks. This process created what collectors call a deep cameo finish. Kennedy's bust appears frosty and bright, while the background is a dark, mirror-like surface that reflects like glass. Now here's where the story gets really interesting. Most of these coins stayed in proof sets. People collected them. Some were given as gifts. Others were tucked away and forgotten. And because of that, many survived in high-grade condition. But not all of them. Some coins were flawed. Others developed tiny scratches or haze. Some were exposed to humidity or damaged by fingerprints. That's why finding one in perfect condition, flawless under magnification, is extremely rare. And that level of perfection? It has a name in the world of coin grading, PR70 Deep Cameo. Let me explain just how rare that is. When a coin gets graded by experts, like PCGS or NGC, it's given a number from 1 to 70. A PR70 means perfection. Not almost perfect. Not really nice. I mean zero flaws. Zero spots. Zero issues. A coin so pristine, it's basically museum quality. And when a 1994 Kennedy $50 proof hits that mark, the value explodes. We're not talking about a $50 coin anymore. We're not talking about a couple $100. We're talking about a coin that has been auctioned for 4 figures, 5 figures, and in rare cases, nearly 6. That's right. If you're holding a 1994 S-proof Kennedy $50 with a PR70 Deep Cameo grade, you're holding a high-powered collectible. The kind of coin that serious investors and collectors will compete for. The kind of coin that has been known to bring in money you never thought a 50-cent piece could deliver. So let me hit you with the truth. Recent auction results and private sales have shown that this coin, in top condition, from a 1994 US Mint proof set, has sold for amounts ranging between $2,700 and a jaw-dropping $65,000. Yes. $2,700 to $65,000 US. Now imagine this. You're watching this video, and you remember you've got a box of old coins. You open it. There it is, the 1994 proof set. You take out the Kennedy $50. You inspect it. It's flawless. No scratches. No haze. Just pure mirror shine with a deep frosty image. You send it in for grading, and it comes back PR70 Deep Cameo. Boom. Just like that, you're not holding a coin. You're holding a check. You're holding a hidden asset worth more than some people's cars. This is what makes coin collecting so thrilling. These treasures don't always come with warning signs or bright labels. Sometimes, they're sitting in plain sight, forgotten, dusty, and underestimated. So here's your move. Go check your 1994 proof sets. Look for the Kennedy half dollar with the S mint mark. That means it was made in San Francisco. Hold it under a bright light. Look for deep cameo contrast. Make sure it's spotless. If it looks pristine, do not handle it. Don't polish it. Don't touch the surface. Leave it as is and send it in for professional grading. Because you could be holding a 50-cent coin, worth tens of thousands of dollars. Think about what that money could do. Pay off debt. Cover a year of rent. Fund a vacation. Buy a used car. Or, if you're like some smart collectors, invest in more rare coins and start building real wealth from your hobby. And here's the most exciting part. There are still hundreds, maybe thousands, of these coins out there. Unsearched. Ungraded. Untouched. Waiting to be discovered. Waiting for someone like you to find them. If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button and share it with someone who might have a coin collection sitting at home. And if you've got a 1994 proof set, let me know in the comments. Who knows, the next success story could be yours. Subscribe for more real coin stories, real value, and real opportunities hiding in your hands. Because not all treasure comes from pirates or ancient maps. Sometimes, it's sealed in plastic, stamped with Kennedy's profile, and worth a whole lot more than 50 cents. Top 5. Because right now, sitting somewhere in America, in a forgotten drawer, a box in your garage, or hidden in a plastic-proof case, could be a 50-cent coin that holds the power to bring you tens of thousands of dollars. And the craziest part? Most people have absolutely no idea. Today we're talking about a coin from 1990, the Kennedy half dollar from a US mint proof set. And let me just tell you this, if you've got the right one, in the right condition, you could be looking at a payday so outrageous, it'll make you question everything you thought you knew about pocket change. So don't blink. Don't click away. Because this coin is real, the money is real, and you might already own one without even knowing it. Let's dive in. 1990, the United States Mint in San Francisco produced limited edition proof sets for collectors. These weren't coins meant for vending machines or coffee shop tips. These were struck using polished dies and specially treated planchets to create an almost unbelievable finish, deep mirrors in the background and frosty, detailed images in the foreground. Now, among these beautifully made coins was the Kennedy half dollar, and while millions of people bought these sets in the early 90s, very few realized what they were actually holding. And here's the twist. Most people stored these proof sets away. Some kept them sealed. Others opened them, looked once, and forgot about them for decades. But hidden among these sets are a tiny handful of coins that came out absolutely perfect, flawless even under intense magnification. No scratches. No clouding. No spots. Just perfection. And in the coin world, perfection has a name, PR70 Deep Cameo. Let me explain why that's important. Coins are graded on a scale of 1 to 70. Most proof coins fall in the 67 to 69 range. That's good, but not extraordinary. PR70 means the coin is flawless. No blemishes. No imperfections. Nothing but brilliance from edge to edge. When you find a 1990 Kennedy half dollar proof coin graded PR70 Deep Cameo, you're not just looking at a collector's item, you're looking at a high value asset. Now here's where things get greedy. And yes, I'm going to say it, this is the kind of coin that makes people obsessed. Because when these coins hit the top grades, they explode in value. We're talking thousands. And in rare, top-tier conditions with perfect contrast and flawless surfaces, some of these coins have shattered expectations at auctions. Imagine this, you've got a 1990 proof set. You crack it open, and the half dollar shines like glass. It's untouched. Pristine. You send it in for grading. It comes back PR70 Deep Cameo. And just like that, you're not holding a coin. You're holding a small fortune. Because yes, this coin has sold, in real verified auctions, for prices that go way beyond what most people would believe possible for a half dollar. So now, let's talk numbers. Are you ready? Because the price range for a 1990s Kennedy half dollar proof coin in perfect PR70 Deep Cameo condition has reached from $2,700 to an astonishing $54,000. Yes. From $2,700 to $54,000 for a coin that most people treat like a common collectible. A coin that might be sitting in a proof set you inherited, or picked up years ago, or bought at a garage sale for $10. That is the magic of numismatics. And that is why this coin is quietly becoming one of the most sought after sleeper coins from the 1990s. Now here's what you need to do. Right now. If you own a 1990 US mint proof set, find it. Open it. Carefully take a look at the Kennedy $half inside. Flip it over. Look for the S mint mark, which confirms it was struck in San Francisco. Now hold it under a bright light. Do you see mirror surfaces in the background? Do the frosted parts of the coin, like Kennedy's portrait, stand out in sharp contrast? Does the entire surface look flawless, untouched, and brilliant? If so, congratulations. You might be holding something rare and valuable. But here's a warning: do not touch the coin directly. Don't clean it. Don't polish it. Don't try to make it shinier. One fingerprint, one scratch, and you could destroy the value forever. Instead, send it in to be professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. They'll examine it under lab-grade lighting and magnification. If it comes back PR70 deep cameo, you are now the owner of a coin that could fetch tens of thousands of dollars in today's market. And don't wait too long. As more people discover the hidden value in these proof coins, prices will only climb. The demand for ultra-high-grade Kennedy $half from the 1990s is growing fast. This is your chance. You could be sitting on a coin worth more than a brand new vehicle. A coin that turns an old collection into a serious asset. A coin that proves not all treasure is buried. Sometimes, it's sealed in a plastic case, sitting quietly in your closet, just waiting for someone to recognize it. If this video woke you up to the truth behind the 1990 Kennedy $half, smash that like button right now. Comment below if you've got one. And make sure to subscribe, because next time, I'm going to show you a coin from the 1980s that has crossed the six-figure mark, and it might be even rarer than this one. Thanks for watching, good luck hunting, and remember, that 50-cent coin in your proof set might just be worth $54,000.